video into my channel. Hey, I'm Mae Renfroe here and going live on my YouTube channel. And I'm out here in the woods with one of my little one as well. So hopefully he's going to be a good boy. I think I had him last time too and it didn't go so well. But yeah, I meant to come out earlier. And it's just about dusk. It looks brighter in my camera for some reason on my phone, but it's getting dusky. It's about 7:30 and I meant to come out earlier and do a video pretty much all day and I just didn't get it done. So I thought I'll still step out and just had some things I wanted thoughts and things I wanted to share. And yeah, I hope it goes good. I hope he's um gonna be good and quiet and everything. Uh, yeah, I don't really have a script I'm going by. I have a few notes of some random things that I wanted to share and talk about. So I just thought it was time I did a video again. And today is our Sabbath day, so we enjoyed our rest day. I did go and see a couple of people this afternoon, some longtime friends of ours, so that was nice and fun. We did that, and I'm just hanging out with the kids this evening. Had a hot dog roast, and so yeah, wanted to share a few things. Um, we have an upcoming trip really soon. A trip to Canada, so we're in northern Texas, but northeast Texas, sorry, and northeast Texas. We're gonna go up to our Alberta home, and that's happening on April the 10th. We're heading out. I believe it is both. Then I'm not sure. We're heading out and going to Baja California on a short mission trip, and I'm really kind of looking forward to that. And we're going to be able to go to an orphanage there. So my first experience at an orphanage, and I'll get to do a little devotion with the children and just hang out with them. Maybe our kids can all play games together and have a snack together. And so I'm really looking forward to that and just praying, God, what do you have that I can speak into their lives? You know, to be able to go talk to these children in this orphanage. It is a Christian orphanage, so they're growing up, you know, to know about Jesus, and hopefully will have a personal relationship with him already. But just that will be really neat to be able to talk there. And yeah, I'm praying, you know, what do you have, Lord, that I can speak into their lives? What are some things? And so I'm praying about it, putting together a bit of a message and everything. So so that's interesting. And then just the other things there, I think they're going to have another speaking event in the community for me so that I will get to share you know, just our story in the last few years, what God's been doing in our life, you know, since losing our son, and just that hope, that constant hope and peace I've had. And I have a lot of scriptures and stuff and just things that I want to be able to share. And so I'm really excited about that opportunity. And then we're going on up through California. I have a cousin and an aunt there, so it's been a long time. So we're looking forward to seeing them, going through the redwoods and then on up, I guess from there up into Alberta. And hopefully we can see yeah, some other friends and stuff along the way, just as over what time allows and what God has planned for us. Really hoping, you know, you just never know who you can meet on the road and what God has. And I'm just like, God, direct our steps. You know, put us where you want us, where you need us at the time you need us to be there, so that you can maybe speak into someone's life and be a light or just whatever. You just never know, right? I just like to be always open to that. So that's exciting. It's coming up soon. Train is going to go by. I don't live that close to the train, but you can hear it there. So yeah, and then this summer I'm just, you know, praying again for more opportunities. I got to do a book signing. I just did that last Sunday. Sorry, I'm trying to move the stroller so he's going to be happy, and then it's going to be noisy on the leaves, but we'll just have to make the most of it. Yeah, a book signing at a local library, and we didn't get as many people as I hoped, but we did get about 10 or so, and I did get to talk about my books. I had all 5 of my books there, and I got to talk about them. My main one, of course, was Holding On to Hope, the story of our loss and just the hope of God that's kept us going since. So that was kind of the main one that I focused on, and I give some message, word of encouragement to those that have gone through that or a variety of things, and just, yeah, really trying to speak into that and to let others know that that we can still have hope and joy and peace, that God is still with us, and we know he's still good, even in despite of these things, in the midst of these. So that was neat. Really good experience for me. And I'm like, well, as soon as we get up into Canada, I'm going to have to, in Alberta there, in the local community, actually, where we had our loss there, I'm like, people know me there quite a bit. I'm gonna have to contact that library and see if I can do books on him. Like, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to share my book there more, and just for that, yeah. So I'm definitely gonna do that when I get up there. I want to do that, and then hopefully I can get speaking opportunities wherever I can get speaking opportunities to women or to young people. I really feel that I have a lot to share, and I just really want to see young people make the most of their young years and to really commit their lives to God seriously, all in, and um, not, I don't know, the foot in, I don't know, the foot in both things, you know. People seem to have their foot in the things of the world, and they're trying to have their foot in heaven at the same time, riding on the fence, so to speak, and we can't do that. We got to be all in and all out for God, for Jesus, so we're not in at all. And I just have a heart just to see, you know, to really help people to truly seek the Lord and to truly, you know, surrender, submit, and have a relationship with God, because we, I think, can fool ourselves sometimes, know about him and think, you know, go to church and all these things and call ourselves a Christian. But if we're not 100% committed and surrendered and repenting, um, we're not in. So we can't have a foot in both. Foot in heaven and a foot in hell, basically. Running on the fence. You know, you can't serve God and mammon. It says you can't serve God and mammon. So that's what I encourage, just yeah, just to have a relationship and to fall in love with Jesus, to truly fall in love with Jesus. And we do that, the more we fall in love with Jesus, we're going to fall out of love with the things of the world, and just to say these things are temporary and fleeting, and please don't sell your soul, you know, for the things of this world as temporary, because it's not going to last. It's going to be gone. And then what do we have if we don't have Jesus? He said himself, you can gain the whole world, yet lose your soul in hell if we don't know Jesus and have Jesus. The success, what is called in this world, is not a success at all. That's not being a success. Being a success is knowing Jesus and loving Jesus, and giving our life to him to use for his good, for his glory, and for the good of others, and for our good. That he has a great work for us to do here, and that should be our only goal and what we're here for, our only motive and purpose in life. Just a few notes. God's word does not go out void, and I like that. Sometimes we can feel, you know, when we share things, and almost feels like it does. I mean, like if you don't have a lot of, say, subscribers on your YouTube channel like myself, or a lot of followers on Facebook, and you're constantly sharing these things and these truths, and you just know that they're good, and someone out there needs to hear them, but then you don't have many people seeing it, and you're like, well, maybe that's a waste. But don't ever feel that way, because God's words does not go void. So if you're speaking the truth, you're speaking God's words, he will use that. And if not right now, you know, later on, you never know when someone can see and hear these things, and for time, and just to keep speaking in these things that God gives us to speak, his truth, and standing up for what's right, and to be the example to our children and to others. Any which way we can. And yeah, we know that his word does not go void. I do a lot of writing too, so I mean, I have the books I've written, but just a lot of papers and stuff and notes. And I was looking for a particular note here just recently, and I couldn't find it, and I found all these things and all the articles and things I've written about all kinds of great messages and stuff, and I'm just like, I have lots of great content. I'd love to be able to share that with others. I want to be able to share these things that are just so much truth, and yeah, truth nuggets, just out of things out of the Bible, things that God's really laid on my heart and convicted me on. So that's good to be able to do that when we have opportunity. Last night I was at a service at a local church here, and they mentioned this acronym on busy. It was a really good message. Loved it. Loved the music. Loved the message. And I guess busy stands for being under Satan's yoke. Busy, the word busy, or buried, or burdened under Satan's yoke. It's like, oh man, are we constantly busy that we don't have time for the things of God? If you find yourself that way, then you're probably burdened under Satan's yoke. You're buried under Satan's yoke. If you're so busy that don't have time to be getting in his word constantly on a regular basis, daily basis, if you don't have time to spend much in prayer, or doing the things he said, going to all the world and preach the gospel. And if you don't have much time for that, for the things that he told us to do, if you're busy, you're probably buried under Satan's yoke. And so just beware of that. Beware of what is keeping us busy. What is it that we're running around all crazy over? Is it the things that is really beneficial to our family? You know, physically, spiritually, or are we busy on some things that's just not edifying, and then we don't have time for God? Make sure, yes, we can have time every day to seek that time to read and to pray together. We do it together as a family. I do also with one daughter in the morning. I mentioned that on one of my videos recently. I have one daughter particularly that I had encouraged her to have her own morning reading time. The other daughter does, but she just does not understand a lot of the Bible terms. Maybe her reading is just not up to what it should be yet. And so she's like, I just really don't understand it. I said, you know what? Me and you can do it together. We'll have Bible time in the morning. So we have our time that it's kind of whenever I get up, not a certain time because I'm up in the night with the baby. So I tend to sleep in sometimes. But when I get up, then we quick have our Bible. So not quick, we don't rush it, but you know, we only go over 5 or 6 verses, and she reads them. I help her with the words she doesn't know, and we talk about it and explain it, and I just love it. I love it. And the Bible, and not we read together as a family, and then I go and do the devotions in the room, and so there's just whatever. Make sure that you take. Yes, it takes a lot of time, but anybody would have time if you take the time. Cut out some other things you might be doing. You know, cut out computer games or movies or scrolling too much on social media. You know, cut out some of that, whatever it takes, so that we're not busy doing the things that's not of God, and we have time for God and connecting. That's how we're going to grow in our faith, um, connecting with God. Um, I don't know. I guess that's about all. Some of these notes were kind of for something else I had. But I would just, you know, things that's on my mind, just things that God's taught me and I'm growing in. I'm learning to be more bold and being of more courage to be able to speak out and do things that I never could have done. Growing up, I was very shy. We grew up kind of in the boondocks. We were homeschooled, which I'm all into homeschooling, and I'm homeschooling my children. But what can tend to happen sometimes, we can be a lot more maybe shy and quiet than others. We didn't get out a whole lot and stuff, and so I had to really break out of my shell in the last, I've had several years now after I got married. I started kind of more breaking out, stepping out, speaking out, and God's took me a long way, and I'm grateful for that. And so I just encourage you to, as God's people, we're to be a people of courage. I know we all have our different personalities. Some are going to be more quiet, some are more loud, outspoken. But just to be of courage, though, don't be held back by fear. We can still, our quiet personality, we can still be in front of an audience and speaking. We can still do YouTube videos, live YouTube videos, whatever, you know, ways that don't be afraid. Step out with courage, that God is with you. We are to be a people of great courage and of boldness. I love Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you to be strong and courageous? I think I got that right, but look that up. I love Joshua chapter 1. So read Joshua chapter 1. Seems like my camera's been a little blurry the whole time I'm doing this, and I'm thinking, what is wrong with my camera? Maybe it's smudged, and I'm just, I hope I'm not blurred, but too much, and it's getting darkish, so that's what's going on here. I'm pushing the shoulder back and forth, trying to keep him happy. So I'm about to wrap this up. Just yeah, just kind of remember who we are in God, and that we need to be of courage and be ready to speak and to share that hope is within us in any which way we can, and do not be held back by fear. Fear comes from Satan. What is that verse? For I've not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. God didn't give us a spirit of fear. And so he says that true love cast out fear. True love cast out fear. And I don't know if I'm describing that verse in the complete, exact way it is, but the way I see it is the more that our love for God grows, that we come out of that, we're not going to let fear hold us back from speaking his word, because we're in love with him and love his people. We love his word. We're going to be a people that not only reads his word, but speaks his word, lives his word, teaches his word, be bold in to share that word with others. We're lovers of God. We will love his truth and his word and everything that goes with it. All right, I should wrap this up. It's getting a little hazy out here, so getting a little dark. My little one, he's kept okay, but yeah, time to wrap this up. Thank you for watching this video. I'll be doing more lives here on my YouTube channel, and you can follow me over on my Facebook too, Mae Renfroe. I share a lot of encouragement, little quotes, inspiration whenever I can, and my grief group too. If that it's something, if you are walking through a journey of loss or grief, whether it's been recent or several years, you can join me over there at Grieving with Hope. Grieving with Hope grief group. So, all right, take care. God bless. Stay strong for God, and don't get too busy. Don't get too busy. Don't fall under, be under Satan's yoke. All right, and take care. God bless.